Hi, everybody. It's Ann Patchett at Parnassus Books, and I have really great news, which is last week you listened to me and you went right to that new releases page to order the books, and you made all of us so happy and so proud. So thank you for going to that new releases page and knowing that it's always there for you. This is a great week for me because there are a bunch of books that I've actually read. A lot of times I am talking about books that I haven't read, and I read books constantly, and I feel like, how is it possible that there wasn't a book that I've actually read this week? Okay, this week I'm golden. I'm going to start off with a book that I haven't read, but that I'm really excited about, and Elise is going to talk to you more about traveling, because you want to talk about two women I adore, Joni Mitchell and Ann Powers. When Ann Powers is writing about Joni Mitchell, nothing could make me happier. Elise will tell you more. Gail Godwin, one of my very favorites, has a little bitty memoir called Getting to Know Death. It begins with her saying to her therapist, "Who's Steph?" And her therapist says, "I don't know. Who is Steph?" And Gail Godwin says, "You told me that I should get to know Steph." And her therapist says, "Death. I told you you should get to know death." So this is a book about getting older and getting to know death. Well done, Gail. Consent, Jill Cement. Everybody knows how much I love Jill Cement's novels. Now she has written, again, maybe this is why I've read so many books, because they're all really skinny, a memoir about the fact that when she was 17, she started dating her future husband, who was her art teacher, who was 47, and they stayed married happily and productively for 40 years. It is a really strange and incredibly compelling memoir in which she looks back on her own happy life through the lens of today and thinks, 47-year-old art teacher going out with his 17-year-old student, maybe that actually wasn't cool. So interesting. I just taped a program with Gilbert Cruz, who is the books editor of the New York Times. And he said the book he had just finished reading, Ellen Hildebrand, Swan Song. It was the book I had just finished reading too. Felt like a small miracle. So Ellen has been writing books set in Nantucket in the summer, year after year. This is the last one. She is the uncontested queen of the beach read. It's a lot of fun. And Rayanne is out today because she's at Children's Institute talking about children's books. Did you just see a little jump in the screen? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. You're just not sure what happened. It was Augie hitting the tripod. Thanks, Augie. Okay, so these are the books that I am shouting out this week because Rayanne isn't here, but these are also the books that I want to recommend that you buy for the Bookham Summer Book Drive. These are the ones I'm getting. Disgusting Critters, Creepy Crawly Collection. This is it's just a book about bugs. You know how I like that, The Fly. Let me introduce you to the very special guy. Here's the fly, that sort of thing. And Not a Box City. This is really terrific. Antoinette Portis, about a little bunny who wants to build a city all by himself. So again, Summer Book Drive. You buy a children's book from us, and we will buy that same book to match it, and we'll donate it to Bookham so kids can have books. Lindsay, tell us more.
My Bookham shout-out book is Matthew Hubbard's The Last Boyfriend's Rules for Revenge, which is a YA novel that I'm picking because I love mess. This one actually came out last week, but I forgot to give it a shout-out. If you come to our Between the Covers book clubs, you will be reading Triple Sec by T.J. Alexander. It's a polyamorous romance. I love mess. Also out today, we have a new Ali Hazelwood, Scientists in Love or Not in Love. This one follows a covert affair. Catherine Center is out with the Rom-Comers, which has beautiful hot pink edges in the screenwriting world about a man who says he doesn't love rom-coms. So why is he writing a script for one? Let's find out. Over in literary fiction, we have two books that I am so excited to read that I'm going to both categorize as the Hot Mess Express. We have Tarantulas. This one, if you are a reality TV devotee like me, this one follows a Bravo type reality TV family, or they're about to go on reality TV, and realize that all their secrets are going to be dragged out into the open. What will happen? We also have Margot's Got Money Troubles, following a young woman who is out of cash and she joins OnlyFans. I can't wait to read this, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so excited. One of my favorite subgenres of memoir is Turns Out My Family is a Lot More Screwed Up Than Yours. Griffin Dunn is out with the Friday Afternoon Club, which I cannot wait to read. He's Joan Didion's nephew, but also his family was connected to everyone in Hollywood. If you don't want to go to the past, but you'd rather go into the future, 13,000 years into the future, Moonbound by Robin Sloan is out today. And for a bit of dystopian, Elise will tell you a little bit more about this, but Nicola Yoon is out with her first adult book. It is set in a alternate reality, one of our kind, and Elise will tell you about our event with her. And up next, go.
But not today. Okay, but Nicola Yoon, go ahead and check the website because she is going to be here. My Bookem pick. Should I say something about the new releases page? Hey, check our new releases page. And while you're there, check for the Nicola Yoon and all of our events. Meanwhile, my Bookem pick, I love this. This just came out. Bubblegum Bison Needs a Bath. Now this is about Bubblegum Bison and her brother Blue Bison, her mother Burgundy Bison, and she just loves to play and she gets so messy and she doesn't want to take a bath, and we find out what happens when bison get upset. Anyway, it's adorable. Illustrations are great. This is written by Scott Rothman, illustrated by Pete Oswald. This is my pick for Bookem. Okay, so Anne mentioned Ann Powers and Joni Mitchell. This happens often with us, that we love the same thing, and I adore Joni Mitchell, has been my hero forever, and so is Ann Powers. Ann Powers has been here I don't know how many times, as author, as conversation partner. She is really probably the most respected and highly regarded music critic. You know, you've heard her on public radio. She writes for the Los Angeles Times. And this book about Joni Mitchell, this morning when I got here and I was supposed to be doing all other kinds of work, I started reading it and I kept on saying, Kat's gonna come in and see me reading this and I really should get to work, but I couldn't help myself. This is my personal copy. There are maybe 5 or 6 seats left. This is a free event. Go online right this minute because this is tomorrow, 6:30. And then Anne mentioned Ellen Hildebrand. Did she mention that she was going to be in conversation with her? I'm sorry, this is sold out, but you can get signed copies of Swan Song. So go on the new releases page and you'll see it. And then I don't want to talk too much about this, except for the fact that if you want one of these books, I think there are, as of 30 minutes ago, there were 10 tickets left for this Saturday's event with Amy Tan in conversation with Anne. And we've had a little trouble getting these books. They are so beautiful, as you know. So if you want one, get online right now, be one of those last 10 people to get a book and a seat for her event on Saturday. Now, the fabulous Rayanne is not here today, so in her place is the fabulous Kat. Take it away, Kat.
Hey, I'm Kat. I'm not Rayanne. Rayanne is at Children's Institute learning more about kids' books with a couple of our other booksellers. So, hey guys, hope you're having fun in New Orleans. Up first today we have Porcupine and Cactus, a prickly pear. It's really cute. Then we have Sloth is Not a Baby. Sloth is very worried about climbing up a tall tree because he doesn't or she doesn't have wings or a tail to grab onto stuff. So what happens when a really big wind blows? Is Sloth a baby, or is Sloth just like really good at being a sloth and climbing trees? Next in Nathan Hale's graphic novel series, we have The Mighty Bite. They're back and they're having a they're at the mall. My book and pick is The Cookie Crumbles. This is also our Spark Book Club pick. Also, if you are buying a book for Bookem and you're buying it online, note in the comment section that there's 4 bookums that we don't mail it to you and we get it to the kids instead. This is what I'll be getting for Bookum. It is by 2 best friends, Tracy and Alicia, and there is a cookie, like a baking competition, but also a journalism competition. They want to go to school together, so they have to get a scholarship, and then there might be a mystery to solve. We have a beautiful special edition of Trisha Levenseller's The Shadows Between Us. July 9th, her next book comes out, The Darkness Within Us. We're having an event for that, also on July 9th. So if you want to read some really great YA fantasy, grab this one. And then Kristen Cashore, There Is a Door in This Darkness. We have some signed copies. We have a recent high school graduate who is a graduate in the class of 2020. So sorry to everyone who graduated in 2020. Who doesn't really know what she's doing with her life. And then some kind of magical things start happening that are sending her signs for what she might need to do. It's really good. That's all we've got for today. Thanks for shopping with us.